Good morning friends. In today's video we're going to review about the Simon Sinek's Start With Why. Without wasting much of our time, I'm going to just jump into the main points of this book. In the page 37 he talks about the golden circle. The golden circle consists of why, how and what. So most of the people, they focus on what they are doing and how they are doing instead of why they are doing. You will find he mostly dribbles around the Apple's company journey, and he focuses on Steve Jobs and how he is a real role model and the passion and perseverance that he had. It's because he had the clarity of why he is doing. In fact, I am recording this video at early morning 5 o'clock. Why I'm doing it? I love to share my thoughts and views and perceptions. I love to be in front of camera. I love to interact with the people. I love to share. At some corner of my heart that I would like to be recognized and appreciated and valued for my contributions. So that's the reason I woke up at morning 4:30. Right now at morning 5 o'clock I am recording this video. At the page 56 he talks about the concept of limbic system and the neocortex area. So he uses very simplistic words to describe and explain about the neuroscience and biology. Let me read. The neocortex is responsible for rational and analytical thought and language. The middle two sections comprise the limbic brain. The limbic brain is responsible for all of our feelings such as trust and loyalty. It is also responsible for all human behavior and all our decisions making, but it has no capacity for language. So most of the things that we say and we preach are coming from the neocortex area, which is logical and thinking area. But our limbic system is like more sort of emotional. It does lacks the capability of articulating and putting into words. It does go with the flow and it concentrates and it believes on feelings and gut feeling. On the page number 116, he talks about the law of diffusion. He clearly focuses on that in society we have only 2.5% of innovators. Early adapters are 13.5% and early majority are 34%, late majority are 34% and laggards are 16%. People who have the can and knack of innovating something, trying out something and being very realistic and creative, people who come up with new ideas are very few. On page number 123, he focused on the TiVo machines and its subsequent failure. So he found a flaw in their advertisement. What they did do, they simply advertise the product without touching the why. So they advertise simply like this: we have got a new product, it's pauses live TV, skips commercials, rewinds live TV, memorizes your viewing habits and records show on your behalf without you needing to set it. So it's pretty boring and pretty lame. Instead of focusing on what they are doing, how they are doing, so they could have focused on why. If you are the kind of person who likes to have a total control of every aspect of your life, boy, do we have a product for you. So instead of sending out, spreading or broadcasting the boring data or stats or the mechanisms of what it is going to do, they could have come up with why they are doing it and how it's going to impact your life. And he wanted to touch on the human concept of being valued, feeling valued, ability to connect with the consumer and directly talking to their heart. Despite having a great product, they were not able to sell many machines. On page number 126, he focuses on Martin Luther King. On August 28, 1963, 250,000 people from across the country descended on the mall in Washington, D.C. to hear Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. give his famous I Have a Dream speech. You see that in this episode, he talks about that people were not coming to listen to the Dr. Martin Luther King. They were believing in a cause, they were believing in themselves. They were aspiring and expecting and praying for a better future where people can coexist. People can tolerate minute differences and see into each other's eyes as like a human being and value them as human beings. Because they were driven by that cause, that feeling, that gut feeling, that's the reason they were able to reach out to that venue. At the end of the day, it's a good read. People who are trying to read this book might find these examples a bit outdated and the explanations and the concepts might seem pretty very simplistic. Like he emphasizes on the concept of believing in your gut and you have to go with the gut feeling. If you are a normal, fully functioning, coherent, individual, independent human being, That's fine with that concept. But if you have anxiety, pathological anxiety, mood disorders, something like bipolar disorder, you cannot just simply go and believe on your gut. Your gut feeling might lead you to some unwanted locations and unwanted consequences. At the end of the day, I just wanted to conclude my talk by appreciating Simon Sinek for writing this book. I thoroughly enjoyed reading this book and I want to appreciate him. I want to encourage him to write more such stuff. Until next time, this is Gautam signing off.